What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Tonight, I got a dope show with you. I'm your host, SwZee, a.k.a. Tempo Beats, alongside my creative director, Manny Banks. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm all right. How you living, baby?
Oh, you already know, homie. We are ready for another dope show this week. Unfortunately, our host had to step out this week, so kind of had to step into the host role today. DJ, kind of going ahead and going to talk about some small businesses. We're going to talk a little bit about some music, have our halftime debate. Tonight is going to be a dope show, so please go ahead, keep tuning in, kick back, relax, and just go ahead and enjoy. for all those people that want to go ahead and donate, give us a generous donation, you can go ahead and do that by sending it over on Cash App at $313 Urban Rhythm Radio, or to our PayPal at our email 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. You can go ahead and also call in or go ahead and give a shout out, request a song at 313-288-5070. So make sure you go ahead and tap in with us. We're here for the next 2 hours giving you guys Detroit's hottest local talent. So tonight, to kick it off, we're going to go ahead and start off with our Lord's Word mix. This is our Christian hip-hop mix. We're going to start it off from Dayton, Ohio with Gigi. And this is... this is Freedom.
Hey, I'm just trying to be real. Man, I'm just trying to be real. I'm just trying to be.
This is Nepo on the beat.
Hey,
Bello on the beat.
I'm just trying to find you. I'm just trying to find you now. I'm just trying to find you. I'm just trying to find you. I never knew all this pain could flood into my eyes. I'm used to being so strong till I felt your demise. My go-to is to drink and roll up till I'm high, or maybe post in a pic till DM's full of guys. I'm just trying to be real so you can know what's real. Cause people hiding these days, they carry and conceal. They carry weights fully loaded and act like they don't feel. But pain that's buried ain't dead until you let it heal. Yo, and I just had enough. I had to look it face to face and say I will overcome. But I couldn't overcome until revealing begun. So I took off all the makeup and I saw who I was. I was broken, I was hurting, I was lonely, I was searching. Sudden loss that took my daddy, felt like it was overworking. I had stuff done on my feelings, so I looked so super holy. But that's phony, no one told me that the grieving went so slowly. Look, I wanted to keep it pushing and act like it ain't none. But that ain't even how Jesus was, as God's only son. He never failed to speak truth and say it will be done. To others it looked like death, but he knew that he won. He even said to the Father, why you forsaken me? He didn't try to avoid it, he said it blatantly. He knew the pain that he felt, but stayed there faithfully. We act like he just don't know, like he ain't make me. Fully man, fully God, maker ain't making me. He had a choice and he chose you so graciously. He carried all of his crosses unashamedly. Time to carry our own so they see him and me. I'm just trying to be whole, see that's the real goal. Answer pain when it calls and take it off hold. Reality is reality, do not withhold. That's why there's grown folks that's broken and still got stronghold. See, there's a brokenness that goes back to our childhood. Broken things do not break themselves even if they could. It's the people that's broken that need a living fix. You put your faith in what fails, well I put mine in his. Let's be whole for our children and our children's children. Breaking curses of generations, yeah by the billion. Making steady foundations of truth, kingdom building. Pouring out love in the word, Holy Ghost filling. Hey, let me talk. I'm just trying to find you. I'm just trying to find you. Listen. Sexuality broken at the age of 5. Daddy spoke words to mommy that made their baby cry. Cousins touching their cousins and friends they playing house. Nobody told me this stuff, we'll turn right back around. See, I don't put all the blame on mom and dad, you see. Cause when a broken was broken, that's just reality. Grew up smoking and drinking, oh wait, so much more. Catching bodies on bodies till I was called a whore. Snorting lies, tripping acid, you name it, I was yours. Daddy dealt with addiction, but also knew the Lord. You could say to the saints, ain't really perfect though. We just know we need more, and he's our living hope. We had tried everything to deal with ways to cope. Had you reach to the sky when we had hit our low. You don't get a Benz fix at a Toyota spot. You go to where it was made and where it was bought. We always trying to do God things without God. He wanted to fight your fight, but you always fought. See, what I'm trying to say is I found the perfect cure. Finished searching when I had met the living word. All my problems and faults, that's something I deserve. But grace had told me it's paid, a gift I couldn't earn. I'm not trying to persuade, there's nothing else to prove. There's a confidence when you know your God don't lose. Freedom's here, you could take it if you wanted to. God is waiting to move, cause he's in love with you. Yeah, just gotta decide. Here for you either way, just wanna see you fly.
And that was Gigi with Freedom. We're going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to go ahead and play Praise Him by Born Bishop.
Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. When the hard times touch you and teardrops they fall. Yeah. When the algorithm rhythmically take away from it all. Man. When your blood pressure is high and the doc tell you you're suffering, laying here in this hospital bed eating this buffering. I've seen enough of them. Lay here and breathe out till their life gone. Just ease out. Now is it my turn, Lord? If it is, I learn. It don't matter what they do with this body, I'ma return. When it's time for you to return, gotta fix it, it's my turn. Or forever I'ma be caught in hell where they bizarre. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. When I was spending all them nights laying locked behind the bars. Yeah. And them COs, they was hating, they wouldn't let me make a call. Yeah. I ain't seeing in my future that I'd ever be a preacher. Speaking to the world, tell them that I be their teacher. Teach them what the word be. Ask him if you heard me. I hollered in the sky to the Lord and he heard me. Ran into them sunny days. Yeah, he brought me out my ways. I don't even drink or smoke, but I'm like, hey. Smiling, showing off my teeth. Look what he done did to me. Turned my world upside down. Threw away my beat. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him. Praise Him, I'ma praise Him. All my life I'ma praise Him.
And that was Born Bishop from here in Detroit. We're shooting back up to Windsor, Ontario, Canada with Didactic. And this is It's Why.
Let's go.
All right, class. Today's topic is the radical corruption of humanity. There are many ways we see this in our lives that could be shared, but here are some examples to help you get started on your assignment. It's why we'd kill for a bill, why we seek thrills to fulfill, why we medicate the pain in us and still we are ill, why we throw millions at celebrities as the poor fight for necessities. It's why we live like we are each other's enemies. It's why we got mass shootings, why we got crooked cops, why we posted that comment, got flack for it, then took it off. It's why we always want what we can't have, why we parade pride, why we got greed and wrath, gluttony, sloth, and lust. It's why we need laws, why we're fatally flawed, like allowing abortion and not fetal abduction. Yeah, it's why we're inconsistent. It's why we'd give up on eternity for 15 minutes. It's why we love gossip, yeah, we got bones in our closets. Why there's poison everywhere, why there's corruption for profit. It's why we think we're basically good enough for heaven, and compare ourselves to worse people like killers or felons. It's why we all live life in 2 dimensions. It's why we have to wonder about true intentions, why we got secret agendas like the government, why there's a problem of evil, pain and suffering. It's why we want to rule the world, why there's revolution armies, why Illuminati wants my mind, soul, and my body, why a sinister force attacks me inwardly, why we naturally deny God like vaccine injury. The heart is dark and needs to be restrained. We follow it and that is why we ache. No one is good and we are all depraved. It's why Born dead and blind, through him we can see straight. The Holy One who didn't see decay. From the wages of sin you can be saved. It's why. It's why we learn the hard way, why we don't weigh the stakes, why we don't learn from history and repeat the same mistakes. It's why we built the atomic bomb and had blasts that were massive. It's why we won't learn from our past to get past it. It's why husbands are passive, so we blame shift. Why fathers are absent, so God the Father's dismissed. It's why I don't have to teach my baby boy to disobey, why he will want his own way. It's why criminals slip away, why we got death and disarray, despair, destruction and disease, depression, drug addiction, disorder, disbelief. Why we're told it's all about us, why we boast in self, why we feel empty and think having the most will help. It's why we still want fame as we watch you wreck lives. It's why we think it's joking when we disrespect wives. It's why we got a debt that we could never pay up. Why Christians give Christ a bad name like Nevaeh. Why I went by the name of scale, raising hell while we can change ourselves and don't want to wear patience so well or laying in jail. That's why to err is human. Why instead of forgiving people we'd rather scare and soothe them. Why teachers have affairs with students. It's why we're naughty by nature, down with OPP and temporary pleasures that we wholly see. It's why we get one more chance like B.I.G. and faith. It's why God sent his son and he died in our place. The heart is dark and needs to be restrained. We follow it and that is why we ache. No one is good, no, we're all depraved. It's why. But God pursued us even before we strayed, to renew his image in us we taint, through the one who defeated the grave. It's why.
I'm introducing the reason, the comma in the sentence where we committed the treason. Yeah, that's why we risk it all to reach him. Only empowered by the spirit leading, that's freedom. New page, sign my name on the dotted line. Truth saves, without his grace I am my demise. Conviction showing me that God is with me. This faith of mine is a waste of time in the eyes of many. I'm just trying to reflect his image in the time he lends me. And boldness, hope and revolution revives the city. Yeah, that's why I'm carried by the word, throw my burden to the sky. Serving him with purpose, cause he's working, I'm alive. I was a product of the evils lurking, I survived. My attitude is just gratitude unchained. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. God.
The heart is dark and needs to be remade. Following it is the reason we ache. No one is good, no, we've all misbehaved. It's why. The heart's the problem, not just how we raise. We all live with the choices that we make. Would you want your life to be replayed? It's why.
And that was Didactic with It's Why. We're going to go ahead and take a small break here from the music, and we're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit of the small biz that have gone ahead and submitted their promotions to go ahead and get their business put out on the air. But before we go ahead and acknowledge that, let's acknowledge a little bit of the stream here that we got going on. Happy holidays, fam, from RockyRoad313, and he says he'll be back. I can't wait to see you, brother. Believe me, this position is hard. T. Todd, happy holidays, brother. Nice to see you, man. Keep working. Who else we got on here? The Legal Aliens podcast over on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, the banner took literally a month to get here, but finally it's here. It's for the opening of this week's show, so thank God, thank God. With that being said, has anybody ever tried to throw a party together and they ever tried to get the audio working for themselves and it just didn't work for them? Well, look no farther, because Brian from Brian's Renta Audio is a service that he offers with audio and lighting for any occasion, anytime, as long as he's available. He's available to contact at 313-920-5288, or you can find him on Instagram and TikTok at Brian's_rent_a_audio, or you can find him on Facebook at Brian's Renta Audio LLC on Facebook, or you can give them an email at Brian's Audio Rental at gmail.com. And he doesn't just offer lighting and audio. He actually is part of a grupo. He's part of a group, and that is Grupo Contagio. You can go ahead and contact them at the same number, 313-920-5288, or you can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Grupo Contagio Detroit, or on TikTok at Grupo Contagio. You can also find them on Snapchat at Grupo Contagio. You can send them an email at grupocontagiodetroit@gmail.com for all of their music, all of their latest music that they have just released from. It's literally backyard recordings, beautiful sounding. You can go ahead and find them on Spotify, Apple Music. You can also find them on Twitter at Grupo Contagio US. And with that, if you're throwing a party and you got a dope grupo there, well, you obviously you're gonna have alcohol, and alcohol and people don't mix together sometimes. So you'll make sure you want to have it nice and secure there. So go ahead and reach out to Elite Protection. You can contact Jimmy for any kind of security services at 313-829-6523. He's also in look for another security guard, so please go ahead and reach out if you are interested in the position. Let him know that we sent you over. You can go ahead and send over all of your credentials and everything you feel like you're able to perform this job at eliteprotection400@gmail.com. You can also go ahead, if you're in the holiday spirit, trying to give somebody a dope gift, something that'll last for almost ever, then look no further than Ink Odyssey. Ink Odyssey is located on 1200 Ann Arbor Road in Plymouth, Michigan. Their phone number is 734-642-6193, and you can find them on Instagram at Odysseus_Inc. on IG. That's ADDYSEUS_INK. And if you are looking for any kind of sweets, if you're a sweet head, anybody that likes to munch on munchies in the middle of the night, then go ahead and contact Scylla Sweets on Facebook for all of your sweet needs. Believe me, she gave us some dope, what were they, chocolate bombs, bro?
Cocoa bombs.
Cocoa bombs.
She gave us chocolate-covered pretzels.
Oh, my God.
She hooked us up.
We
appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to Scylla Sweets. Like I said, make sure you tell her that we sent you over, and she'll go ahead and take care of you guys. If you guys are looking for any kind of graphics, any kind of cover art or album work or any kind of promotional material, then look no further, because our very own host, RockyRoad313, offers his graphics, Rocky Road GFX. He's available at all times. Just make sure you can look him up on Facebook and Instagram at Rocky Road GFX. Send in your idea, and this man will bring it to life. If you guys know who I am, I make music as well, and everything that's on my Spotify is literally created by this man. This man has literally created such beautiful works of art, so I highly recommend him. Please head over to him, and he'll take care of you. If you guys are on the road and you guys are trying to listen to something, you guys, like RockyRoad313 himself, he always says he listens to podcasts on Spotify or our Apple Podcasts because it's on the go and you don't have to watch a video. It's always audio. So you can go ahead and look no further, because on Facebook here we have El Nino Podcast, the Real Everyday People podcast, and he just brings on real everyday people to talk about how they live their life and where they're going with their lives. You can also check out He's on Fire, the podcast by T. Todd. He's available on radiopublic.com, listennotes.com, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and Backtracks.fm. And if you guys are looking for another dope Detroit-based podcast, then you can go ahead and check out Vibras Detroit on YouTube and Instagram. That's Mr. Businessman, Bunny, and Camila Cantu. That's their podcast, so go ahead and check it out. They have interviews with some dope artists as well, some very important people, so please go ahead and check them out. And, of course, yours truly, I host Tempo Talks every Sunday, 6 p.m., interviewing local artists, local talent, local producers, cameraman, pretty much anybody that's got an entrepreneur kind of link to music. I bring them on and I give them interviews. You can find me on all kind of pretty much streaming platforms for podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc., etc. You can find the actual episodes on YouTube, or the previous episodes you can find on the Facebook Tempo Beats. Woo! That was a lot.
That was a rough one.
That was a lot. Rocky, I commend you for this, brother, because this is crazy, brother.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you, because you don't really understand what you have until it's not available to you. You know what I mean? So shout out to Rocky Road. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into the music, stop talking a little bit, and we're going to start Estilo Mexicano Mix. We're going to go ahead and start it off with Estilo 45, and this is Así Soy.
Yo.
De los corridones originales, Así Soy, dice más o menos así, híjale se como Tony. Yo fui criado en la antigüedad y al decir de dónde vengo no me agüita. Soy humilde de abolengo, el respeto por mi gente lo mantengo. Los pies firmes en la tierra, no presumo ni melado y de manguera. Es mejor comer callado, como el resultado comes doble plato. Mi ambición es el dinero, pero cuando llega no le pongo peros. Mi vicio son las mujeres, para mí es del mejor de los traseros. Mi trabajo me ha costado a llegar donde ahorita ando parado. Y puro estilo con decir compadre, compa Fernando. Los amigos con los dedos de la mano siempre los tengo contados. Sé muy bien con los que cuento y ellos saben que siempre estaré a su lado. Yo me acoplo a las acciones según como la gente me ha tratado. Si eres bueno yo soy bueno, si eres malo yo me atoro a los chingazos. Mi familia se respeta, si hay algún problema conmigo se arregla. Una 38 Super me acompaña, siempre pilas bien alerta. Patronar no se les piense, ya 2, 3 les ajusto algunas cuentas.
And that was Así Soy with Estilo 45. Let's move it on. We're going to go ahead and play another track from another grupo from here in Detroit. This is Grupo Contagio with Polvo Maldito.
Shout out to them.
Por el Bravo y sus veras, cuántos corridos he escrito. Por Tamaulipas y Texas, como hay hombres con delitos. Unos trafican la hierba, otros el polvo maldito. Voy a contarles un caso que en la historia va a quedar. A un traficante pozo lo acaban de liquidar. Lo mató su propio hijo sin poderlo remediar. El gobierno americano mandó sin saber a su hijo a que fueran a prenderlo. Los de la ley que eran 5. Llegando al punto preciso y le marcaron el alto, pero rendirse no quiso y alcanzó a matar a 4. Pero al conocer a su hijo alzó las manos bien alto. No hubo tiempo de pensarlo, aquel joven que quieres que te perdone. Antes de morir le digo, anda a avisar a la corte que tú no tienes delito. El culpable de este crimen ha sido el polvo maldito.
Polvo maldito. Oh my God, I love that song. It reminds me of my pop so much. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving on. This is La Nueva Herencia with No Llames.
Okay, then.
Slap that shit, compa Jeff. Me prendo un gallo pa' quemar tu recuerdo. Antes me importabas, pero ahora estoy mejor. Ya no me llames preguntando cómo estoy, porque no te va a gustar lo que ahorita hago yo. Pues ya tengo de a dos que me lo hacen mejor. Pero sí estoy puesto si quieres un buen rato. No digas que quieres una relación. Antes yo quise pero ya no. Me encanta la vida soltero. Yo antes a ti te daba de todo. Baby, ya eres el pasado. Sigo mi camino contento. Ya no llames. Es la nueva herencia. Compa Tony, compa Mauri, jalados viejos. Besos, rosas y más, eso te entregaba. Y tú no valoraste mi tiempo y caricias. Tus amigas dicen que no era nada bien, pero son las primeras que llegan a mi DM. You told me through the phone that you wanted to be alone. So don't be calling me diciendo que ya regresé. Ya no busco esas cosas del amor. Todas nomás quieren dinero y yo prefiero colectarlo. Me despido con mis rolas tocando, escuchando la de Sin Frenos. Ya no llames, no te contesto.
And that was No Llames by La Nueva Herencia. We're going to go ahead and take a small break here. Every week here on Urban Rhythm, we like to go ahead and share a small quote, something that kind of touches us and gives us a little bit more of insight of life. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but mostly positive. So today's quote I kind of thought it was very, very relevant to my life at the moment. So I figured, why not? I'm going to share it today. The quote is, the way I should see it, or the way it should be seen is, if you want to see the rainbow, then you got to put up with the rain. So sometimes we are out here and we kind of want to, jump track something and jump farther up into something. And sometimes taking that jump, that high leap, we fall. So, we kind of always try to find, how do you say it? Shortcuts in life. And those shortcuts sometimes don't help. So a lot of times, if you want to get somewhere, you've got to put the work in. Sometimes if you want to be something, you got to put the work in. It's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of chose it.
That's dope.
Yeah, but if you want to see the rainbow, then you got to put up with the rain. It sucks. The rain sucks, but what happens at the end of a rainstorm? You see a beautiful rainbow. So, it reminds me of that video. You ever seen that video? Oh boy, I'm motherfucking thugged out, bro. I don't know about you, but I just seen a motherfucking rainbow, nigga.
Yeah. He's eating
And then he goes, what does he say? He goes, that bitch beautiful than a motherfucker. My baby mama probably into that bitch with her gold digging ass. So, yes, that was that was a quote of the day today. Like I said, if you want to see the rainbow, then you got to put up with the rain. So put the work in. If you're looking to be an artist, you know, like most of the people here on the channel or here tuning in that you guys are, that we play, or even the entrepreneurs that we share, you know, you'll see the rainbow as soon as the rain's over. So you got to go with the rain before you can see the rainbow. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with some more music. This is the Detroit Boom Bap mix. So we're going to start it off with Leif Erikson, and this is Cumulus.
Let's go.
More relaxed, just, you know, kind of just reflect on life. Shout out to the good life. Living the good life. Lord, I just do this, it's no problem, I won't miss. My target and my aim is not easily attained. I remain at the top of my game, clearly hear me. Never will you see me disappearing. All formulated by my action and my theory. Reverse the curse, generational building. If the feeling mutual, you know, then the knowledge grow. Politics exposed, that's principle, fundamental and essential. Man, let's go. Something like the ghetto gospel speaking. He's in rare form, lessons form. Killer beat on the MIC with no give up. We about to live up, celebrate with a tip cup. And my mind state is like cumulus. My mind state is like cumulus. My mind state is like cumulus. Waving from the clouds like cumulus. All to the crowd, it's cumulus. That's cumulus. Okay. Fortified in my nature. Prefer peace of mind over piece of paper. Same one that they live for, the same one that they kill for. They still want more. They kick down doors like ATF. Don't hold your breath, cause you're still suspect, so they do it to death. Turn up the AC, cause it's too much heat. All my dogs got plenty pull in the street. Positive contact is a clutch hitter. Ventilation out of orbit, that's much different. Put the autopilots on via satellite. And when you up there, high by the moonlight. Out of mind, out of sight. Even though the budget tight, we gon' get the right price. Limping in a paradise. Roll dice, never crapped out. Got the whole plan mapped out. My mind state is like cumulus. My mind state is like cumulus. My mind state is like cumulus. Waving from the clouds, cumulus. To the crowd, that's cumulus. Waving from the world, that's cumulus. We take it back. Let's do this, do this. We just lay back a little bit. Viewing the world from a whole nother perspective. Shout out to Batman. But I made forever 50 records, Insect Records. A new arrangement, Architect Entertainment. Davis Way. My mind state is like cumulus. My mind state is like cumulus. Waving from the crowd is cumulus. Stratus, Nimbus, and all the rest of them. I said we out. Out.
And that was Leif Erikson with Cumulus from Architect Entertainment. We're going to go ahead and slide over to the Davis Way with A Visionary Flow.
Yo, hey.
Yeah. Classic. Davis Way.
Game, you can't tell it all. I'd have to kill you, everybody gotta set it off. If fire's quiet, I'll be better off. But I'm forever raw, don't get involved. Everywhere I go, my pockets smell it strong. Success is my cologne, and you know you go can smell the dog. Respect the God, it's been a minute since you heard the real. Reverse is ill, work a mill, my pockets certain still. Drop for the wounds, they shaking the plan panic, praise the mechanic, display grace and lace it with passion. These days, know what to make of this rap. It's my brain's a disaster. See these cats that claim to be rapping. Max the old school that just claim to be classic. Fall from Mac 1, what I'm making is magic. So got this lane to establish. Why it's blank on this campus. Thought they needs to demand it. She's about to win it. Craft it. It's class. It's class.
And that was the Davis Way with A Visionary Flow. We're going to go ahead and kick it back to Detroit here, and we're listening to Victorino with City Schemes.
You either die the hero or see yourself become the villain. Seen too many dark nights and like the way you're living. It got me living, the plot is vivid in the blast conditions. It's like you hopeless at the bar, get a shot to giving. Neighbors not complicit, I can't blame them though. Remember as a youngin', I rep Detroit on my favorite coat. For around the hood, the kind that was only made for snow. Mans caught me slipping, he tripping over a radio. I was running track with the homies, I didn't know what to say because I thought he was joking. Behind his back he held a gauge, he decided to show me in the midst of broad day, all out in the open. I was only 13, but it's relevant to today. Put a price on life, but negligent in their ways. Forget a slippery slope, it's a precipice that you face. And the president set the precedent, evident by your faith. For that cream, living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with a gangster. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes. In the city they scheme. I can still remember Kwame, only thing that he taught me. City government's busted, causing a kamikaze. Crime waves like tsunamis, they say they serving that white. Chopping bricks like karate. What? What's the prices for your vices? The sacrifices that you lie with every night. And sold your soul to that rock, you Jimi Hendrix when your life ends. If you ask me, man, I couldn't do it. Unity and community barely move as a unit. Unless you talking in decimals, everybody will tune in. I never moved to that music, you never see me approve it. So sorry if I'm not to that standard, I'm goody two shoes. Pay expenses at someone's expense. Some families fiends, so how are they making they rent? Placing a bet for the rush of some luck, but it was something more like Russian roulette, and it got me upset. Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. Even though you know they go, they all it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes. In the city of schemes.
And that was City Schemes by Victorino. We're going to go ahead and take a small break here, and we're going to talk a little bit about our next segment. Our next segment is called, Yo, What Really Happened, though? In this segment, we go ahead and we talk about a little bit about conspiracy theories and some crazy stories that we believe or we kind of really don't believe. In today's topic, we go ahead and we chose Area 51.
Yay.
Last week, we talked a little bit about the moon landing and if it was real or if it was faked. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about here on Earth and another location that has got shrouded in mystery for years and years until just recently. So it was just recently acknowledged. So, yeah, I mean, what about Area 51 do you think makes it a conspiracy around it, bro? I know you got a mouthful for this one.
I don't know, man. Just the fact that they still don't let nobody to this day in or close to it. They got so much high-end security. They got sensors and radars. They got the non-fly zone, of course. It's too deep for it to not be something. They haven't ever really released nothing about it or what they really do there, what they still do there. Maybe back then, they've had the whistleblowers and whatnot, but I don't know, man. It's always been covered up. I always want to know why or what is being covered up. It's a huge facility. Who knows what they're doing? I mean, running experiments, harvesting their own power, testing weaponry. Who knows? I mean, maybe it could be a prison for creatures or whatever came here and survived. But I don't know. I just want to know.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think beforehand when the Roswell incident and all that happened, I believe there was some kind of mystery behind those doors and behind those gates, because there was so much that was happening at once, and then so much that was acknowledged, and then it was denied right after. The U.S. Army and the U.S. Air Force kind of said, hey, yeah, this was a flying saucer, and then later on said, hey, it was just a weather balloon. The famous Roswell story everybody talks about, and everybody goes to Roswell to see, and they, I'm sure they have a movie about it somewhere out there. So honestly, I believe there was something that did happen back there, but now, honestly, bro, I honestly just think it's just a testing facility for brand new aircraft. Like what they said for the last 60, 70 years, I believe that's what it's been doing the last maybe 10 or 20 years, if that. But honestly, after the second Bush administration, I think aliens became a laughing stock for a little bit, because people thought it was funny. And just recently now people are starting to talk about aliens and extraterrestrials. It's starting to come back up now. So I think we were in that era of people kind of like shrugging it off like, that's not believable, but
they haven't seen nothing.
True. And I'm not saying that aliens don't exist, because I am a huge alien believer. I just don't believe that there have anything there. I believe that it's an outdated facility that they needed to move their operation from.
Fair enough. Maybe that
something more covert in the mountains, underground.
Storage facility for their old planes.
You never know. It could be like the Batman. In the Batman, what is it? Batman Returns, or with Bane, the one with Bane, where he walks in and he's got the crate in the crate yard at the fucking dock. He walks
Slides
in
down,
and
got all his vehicles.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Little hideout.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gotta be like
something like that, bro.
A little space station that's not in space.
Yeah,
it's land. We
definitely.
call it a land station.
Definitely. There was a lot of rumors, I don't want to say rumors, but a lot of speculation and of people saying that that's where they had kept alien bodies that were recovered from the crash or different crashes here.
Evidence, man. There's evidence there.
Oh, there's definitely evidence everywhere, but I don't know about there. At least not right now, bro.
Bits and pieces, nothing that could be too incriminating or something that will shock the world, but something that people would already know. Maybe some old stuff, but like you said, they might have relocated, but they couldn't have gone far. And if they did, I guarantee you they relocated underground.
Yeah, definitely. Because, if anybody has ever kept up with the story, if you guys are alien believers or you guys believe in being kept out of the light, they actually have had stories and documentaries and TV shows about this kind of stuff, and you cannot get past that first gate whatsoever. As soon as there's sensors on the ground, they've got cameras, they've got dogs, they've got snipers, they've got it really sealed tight. You're not getting in there.
Even if you know somebody, you and that somebody's probably going to get smoked.
Now that we're on the subject, though, bro, do you remember back, I want to say, was it last year or the year before? Do you remember that whole petition of them storming Area 51?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a petition. It was just a Facebook group. And
like a bunch of
people were like, let's raid Area 51.
Do you really think that would have happened? Do you really think they would have gotten far?
Fuck no. Everybody in their right mind was like, yeah, it's just a joke. They probably went outside to take pictures, and to chill, but nobody was hostile. They knew it was coming. They're going to have them 50 BMGs and them turrets going and laying people down. They don't want to, but they gonna. For that information, they will.
Man. Area 51 has spawned more conspiracy theories than perhaps any other military facility in the world. So what is actually known about this secretive place is that Area 51 is a military installation that's located on Groom Lake in northern Nevada, and that's literally it. All they could describe this location is as a testing facility for planes that are in development. And when you hear about stuff like that and Roswell being not too far away and the whole alien thing, a lot of people are speculating that what is it, reverse engineering is I think is what they call it, reverse engineering
the technology.
their technology so that way we can have faster airplanes. And if you notice, between I believe it was the 60s that this happened and now the boom in technology that we've had, we've got small mini supercomputers now, and we've got mini cameras that sit on the wall, like
cameras are the size of bugs.
Some super 007 shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Pigeons are cameras.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing I heard, another conspiracy theory, that pigeons aren't real, that they're cameras for the government.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Why are they always on wires?
They're charging.
Exactly.
The area is actually not accessible to the public and it is under 24-hour surveillance. Employees reach the facility by way of airplane. Then they fly in and out of the restricted terminal at McCarran International Airport on one of several unmarked planes permitted to fly through the airspace above. Adding to the secrecy, satellite imagery of the installation was censored until just recently in 2018. So, I mean, like I said, I don't think... I honestly might be even wrong. 2018, that's not too... we're 2021, so that's 3 years ago, 4 years ago? That's not... I was way off. I said 10, 20 years. Bro, so they've been keeping secrets, you know what I mean? So
it's like the Vatican for aliens and all that.
That's a good analogy.
It's the Vatican. It's the alien Vatican.
It's like the holy grail of aliens. Yeah.
Area 51's the alien Vatican. You heard it first. Manny Fresh.
As of today, Area 51 is visible on Google Maps, and the only confirmed use of the installation is as a flight testing facility, as it always has been. During World War II, the U.S. Army Air Corps has used the site as an aerial gunnery range. So, I mean, there's this facility.
Go over there.
Yeah, this facility hasn't just been used for testing or harboring bodies or testing new equipment, but it has also been used as a gun range for the U.S. Army. So, I mean, there's only so much. I mean, if so much goes on like that there, I mean, you can only imagine what has happened. But like I said, man, I honestly don't think they uncensored everything in 2018. They packed up and moved out, bro. They pulled the Avengers
underground, up into the mountains.
They sold the Avengers Tower and they moved upstate, bro. I swear.
They are no longer in Area 51 that we know of. They're in Area 52 in the mountains.
The famous U-2 bomber was actually tested, developed, and actually launched from Groom Lake there in Area 51. That's one of the United States' most famous aircrafts, stealth aircrafts that we have. It's the most powerful, one of the aircrafts that can go, one of the fastest aircrafts that can't be caught, and it could be flown higher than most other aircrafts, most other anti-aircraft vehicles. So, it's so weird because it's stealth technology, and we didn't have any of that until after the Roswell incident, bro. So it's kind of like I said, I don't think they have anything there now, but they definitely used what they could from that facility and, packed up and shipped out.
It may just be a charging point. It may just be a gas station.
Or it could be just like a secret
gas
alien society underneath that we don't know about.
Technology and reverse engineering.
Yeah, reverse engineering. And that, honestly, I really believe in that.
Propulsion systems.
I honestly believe in that, bro. Is reverse engineering, because you can literally take something apart and put it back together and learn how to, make those pieces again. You know what I mean? So I honestly believe that it's obtainable. We can do it.
Baby particle collider over there or something. They're splitting atoms. Who knows? I mean, it's
a black hole creator and shit. Like, I don't know, man.
Antimatter.
These guys have the United States Army and aircraft has actually done a really good job with creating some of the best weaponry here in the whole world. And I honestly would have to say thanks to our alien counterparts, our extraterrestrial counterparts, that we actually were able to do that. But yeah, like I said, I really don't believe anything like that is there anymore. If it was there till just recently, like in 2018, like they said. It was all censored, bro. Like, and then Google's obviously it's a public company, but for the government to be able to tell Google, You know what I mean? To censor that shit.
Okay, blur that shit out, blood.
Yeah.
We got some stuff over there.
Blur that
Public
shit
ain't
out,
ready for it,
blood.
You know what I'm saying? We got to blur it out, blood.
Blur it out, blood. Yeah, literally, like, you got to have some real pull for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be sitting in the big chair in the Oval Office for shit like that to happen.
It's for the big wigs, for sure. It's not for the small timers, you know what I'm saying?
No, bro, like, now that we're on the talk of presidencies and all that, do you really believe that's something that they're briefed on? Like, a lot of people say that they're briefed on Area 51 and its existence and shit like that.
I think everyone and anyone that has ever worked in the White House, the Pentagon, for the CIA, for the FBI, the letter boys, that's what I like to call them.
The letter boys.
COPs, the FBI, CIA, ATF, DEA, you know something. And eventually, depending on how long you work there, you're going to find out something you probably shouldn't have, or something that was supposed to be under wraps. But, you know, people get retired. Some people are old. They heard stories from so on and so forth. But I almost guarantee they always told the president, because if I was the president, that'd be the first thing I'd ask.
Yeah.
I got one question. Is there aliens real? And is they at Area 51? Number 2, what's up with the zombies?
What's up with the zombies?
I'm not letting that slide. They come in too, you know.
We're going to talk about that. That's another conspiracy theory that I believe Manny's kind of constructed himself, because there's like myths and stuff like that. I really believe that's a myth, and he believes that it's real, that zombies are real. So I believe I think that's a cool halftime debate. You know what I mean? To talk about, are zombies real?
If not necessarily saying they're real, but is there some type of chemical or some type of
reaction that makes
reaction to the body with something unnaturally or man-made that was supposed to cure something and mutate cells and create something, or possibly gives you the power or ability to come back once you are deceased, whether it be like a couple minutes after you die, a day, a month, who knows, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just the possibility that you could come back after your decease is pretty wild, and I believe that is true. Whether you want to go down medicine line or voodoo or however you want to take it, but I believe that it is possible to an extent. I'm not saying you're going to be living your normal life, you know, you're going to be messed up. But,
yeah,
you know, people could say you could parasites, you know, however the host. You know, there's a lot of ways.
Some venom shit, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways they can say it could be a zombie, but, you know, there's always a medical term or a scientific term for something. So in that area, I do believe that it is a possibility. But are there zombies walking around and will be okay? People die tomorrow and come back to dead and, you know, be all right. But no, possibly, but no.
Well, we'll talk about that in another segment. But with Area 51, like I said, this is kind of like our conspiracy theory segment. We talk about, it's called what really happened though, and I like that one. That's the one that Rocky came up with. And shout out to RockyRoad313.
My boy, we miss you, blood.
Yeah, we appreciate you for your segments, bro. These are amazing ideas to go ahead and kind of build off of. So with that being said, we went ahead and spoke a little bit about Area 51. We're gonna go ahead and kick back into some music. We're gonna go ahead and start off the Detroit hip-hop mix with Transformers by YSB Rail Ice. Let's go.
That's my boy. Show him some love and support, y'all.
All right. Hey, what you know me for? Hey. I mean, shit, here we go. Hey, I got my young dog in the back. All right. Hey, we in the building. Let's get it. Hey, I mean this shit. Hey.
Told my dog to hold up. I'm about to get my shit in order. And mix a little bit of lean with this essential water. Get a nigga body drop chopped and left on the border. You know my niggas come to shoot like the fourth quarter. Drop the addy, cause I deliver like the transporter. Man, you know these niggas switch quicker than some transformers. You a acting ass nigga. Yeah, you a good performer. I'm real lights, I been ballin', fuck a bench warmer. 23 thou on me now, like I play for Jordan. Yeah, I used to walk in the street, but now I'm pushing for it. When they see the fit, I swear to God, they gon' think I'm soaring. Got the top and put your bitch out, cause she was kinda boring. Standing on the gas in the Roy, got the engine roaring. My dog in love with the drink, I told him keep on pouring. Hit your bitch with this nightstick, she gon' keep on snoring. 900, last night they gone by the morning.
Nina gave a nigga headshot cause he ain't get the warning. I know where to go on the road, I don't do exploring. Tell your bitch to stop calling my phone cause I don't do ignoring. Yeah, and I mean that shit cause I ain't through recording.
Told my dog to hold up, I'm about to get my shit in order. And mix a little bit of lean with this essential water. Get a nigga body drop chopped and left on the border. You know my niggas come to shoot like the fourth quarter.
Drop the Addy, cause I deliver like the transporter. Man, you know these niggas switch quicker than some transformers. You a acting ass nigga, yeah, you a good performer. I'm real lights, I been ballin', fuck a bitch warmer.
And that was YSB Rel with Transformers. We're going to go ahead and continue on with Riverside Sherwood, and this is You Ain't Gang.
It's Riverside, bitch. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney. I'm in the back with the blick. I pull a foe and a simply. Double cup cold, gotta mix it. About to get thrown like a frisbee. On my mama, I ain't seen a drought. Plug house chopping out. We about to air him out. The fuck you niggas scared about? I got your mama's whereabout. Ain't saying shit on the phone. I bet you niggas hear me now. K-clip is longer than telegraph. On your ass, everywhere you at, like I telepath. Leave you stretched, they gon' have to put you on a helipad. It's hella bad. I ain't hiding, nigga. They know where I'm at. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney. Feds wanna go and lock me upstate. Guess they not a fan of my feng shui. Do they really wanna see me snatching lunch trays? Make another suffer cause they wanna see me front page? No elf on a shelf, the smack in my lap. Just made a stack, now it's back to the trap. I was dead broke, ain't going back to the past. Back in that mask, back to your back, doing bad. I'ma have to show these niggas who the man. From Rouge on down, bet they know who I am. I'm peeling off a stack, I ain't gotta do a scam. I said I'm peeling off a stack, I ain't gotta do a scam. I don't want your bitch that hoe messy. My dog on tip, best not test me. Yo hoe on tip, she just text me. Praying for it on both knees and then she bless me. Yeah, she gon' blow me like I chew. We gon' get trippy like I poo. I'm with the bros in the town too. You ain't with gang, we will clown you. I don't trust niggas, that shit iffy. No new friends, that shit risky. I'm serving grams on the 10 speed. Got them fiends throw, hella froze, Walt Disney.
And that was You Ain't Gang by Riverside Sherwood. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the Detroit hip-hop mix. And this is Hustle with Take Me Away, the freestyle.
Splash Bros.
Sleeping on a kid, hit the stool and drop a beat and let it take me away. I don't like to be alone, but me needing my space. Spark a wood, get in my zone and watch a nigga create. I could take you back to 09, before I ever wrote a rhyme. I never thought it'd be this way. Always had a thing for music, never thought I could do it. First love was football, now I'm in love with the music. What you know about going broke for studio time? And the thoughts of giving up, cause doubt in your mind. I put in time for this shit, dog, I been on the grind. But shit, this rap game funny, I ain't trying to get signed. Feeling like I'm in the Matrix. Neo applying applying pressure, niggas can't take it. Man, I thought the shit was real, now it's looking shaky. Niggas tough behind the net, man, the shit crazy. When the shit hit the fan, you see really your mans. And lately I've been screening calls if it ain't about bands. Me and Stacks came together and came up with a plan. Swear this rap changed my life, man, you wouldn't understand. Man, shit a full-time grind, man. Niggas be sleeping on the kid. Niggas know they can't fuck with me, man. Now everybody wanna be the GOAT. Shit, I guess I'm going hunting, got them in my scope. I got away with words, sweep a bitch up off of her feet. In a heavy appetite when it come to some beef. I ain't gotta get ready, cause I stay ready. Barely 150 pounds, but the press heavy. Running laps around niggas like a Mandretti. I stay away from broke niggas, cause them niggas petty. Ain't nobody had to question my loyalty. Got a few niggas down the road when it come to me. Show up on the scene all black like Jodeci. First it's in the building, you can't help but notice me. I am who they wanna be. Wacky in my cup, I'm trying to find some activists. On this marathon, we just trying to get rich. Through the beam on the 40, so it's hard for me to miss. As I take a look back, man, I couldn't picture this. Whoa. I ain't gotta get ready, cause I stay ready. Barely 150 pounds, but the press heavy. I stay away from broke niggas, cause them niggas petty. Ain't nobody had to question my loyalty. Show up on the scene all black like Jodeci.
And that was Hustle with Take Me Away, the freestyle. We're going to go ahead and take a small break again, and we're going to get into our halftime debates. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about a debate here between me and Mr. Manny Banks, the creative director. Today, our topic is going to be about two very famous video games that everybody grew up on, everybody has played, everybody has owned at least a copy of one of these video games. And today, we're going to be talking about Tekken versus Mortal Kombat. So, today, have a little bit of debate, talk about graphics. We're going to talk a little about gameplay, storylines, stuff like that as regarding to these two video games. So, without further ado, what would you choose between the two, Manny?
I'm going to say it like this. My favorite character was from Tekken, but I've always been playing Mortal Kombat. I can't lie. So it's definitely got to be Mortal Kombat.
Oh, man. See, well, I'm a Tekken guy. Tekken, we played Tekken growing up all the time on PlayStation, the first PlayStation, the second PlayStation, the third PlayStation, the fourth one, and unfortunately haven't came out with a new one for number 5 yet. Thankfully, I haven't grabbed number 5 yet because there's not really much games for it yet. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Tekken, man. Tekken was always my shit because I was always a shit on that, and I always was getting my ass kicked on Mortal Kombat, bro. Mortal Kombat was like, when I walked into a house and somebody said, hey, you want to play MK? Nah, I'm straight, bro. I'm good. Because I'll throw somebody's controller. I'll get upset, man.
That's how it was. If I wasn't King and Tekken, I really wasn't playing. You know, that was my guy. That was my go-to guy. But it was just, I didn't really get along with the storyline. It was just usually like, I only played it when me and all my cousins were over and we just whip each other's ass. You know, that was pretty much it. But like, the campaign, the movie, everything about, you know, Mortal Kombat, I just kind of fell in love and leaned more towards. But I do appreciate the better graphics Tekken has, the more options of characters. Each character has their special abilities, but I feel like they do a little bit more in Tekken compared to Mortal Kombat. But I'm just an original OG. I gotta keep Mortal Kombat.
You see,
I can't sell out, bro.
I'm same thing with, like, I'm opposite of you, bro. Like, I love Tekken because I was always good at Tekken, but Mortal Kombat, I love the storylines. I love the movies. I loved the characters. Like Reptile was always one of my favorite. Liu Kang was always my favorite in Mortal Kombat. Like, they were always my favorite. But in Tekken, it was like Jin or even the big panda dude, bro. Like, I was whooping people's ass. Or the bear, when they had the bear in there, too. Yeah. I can't remember their names for the life of me, but...
A couple of the girls, too. The girls were fire. The kicks was fucking them up.
Yeah, oh boy, the breakdancer in Tekken, him too. He was a shit, too, bro. So, like I said, like, I thought the graphics for MK were good. I thought they were great actually. It's just like I said, it's just I couldn't get the controllers down.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, my son be whooping my ass sometimes, bro. He be kicking my
Till this day, I still don't know properly how to play Mortal Kombat. I just be like, just banging buttons. It don't matter what it is. I'm trying to do combos.
He's
if it's working for me, it's working for me.
Right. No, that's seriously because it's. And then when you look it up on the combo menu for your moves and shit, and then you see X square, triangle, L1,
jump
plus,
to the other pad and everything. It's like, oh man,
how the fuck are you supposed to do all this in the middle of a fight?
And Mortal Kombat is just like down, A, B, boom, and you're doing some wild ass
it's
killer death move, chopping them heads off. That was the only thing I feel like I took it. That was the final deal. The cherry on top was the fatality moves. I think that's the only thing that if they didn't have that and maybe like a couple other things, I would say it would have been Tekken for sure. But that drew me the line from back in the day. It was just so gruesome and horrible. Like you got your ass kicked, but when you got a fatality after that and they went through and finished you off, oh man, it was
embarrassing.
You were getting ready to fight after that. I don't care who you were.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, bro, because it's like you and then it'd be like those times where like you guys are like inches away from death apart, and he pulls this fucking move on you, and then a fatality right after. You're like, bro, I was this fucking close.
You
bro.
Went to go jump, and you came down, and he just
kicked you right in your shit, right?
Got
like,
you, and just
shin kicked your ass, and you just fell. No, oh man, I know. I used to take some ass whoopings in Mortal Kombat, but in Tekken, bro, woo boy.
It's
going down in Tekken, bro. But I don't know, man. I like I said, I'm a huge Tekken fan. I've always been a huge Tekken fan. But I do love the Mortal Kombat storylines. I love the characters to it. Don't get me wrong, I love Mortal Kombat too. But if I had a choice between Tekken and Mortal Kombat, I'm definitely choosing Tekken. Definitely. With that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and kick back into some music. What do you think, bro?
That sounds good to me. What do you guys think? Post in the comments on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Get active with us. We want to hear your feedback. I know it's not just our only two opinions out there. You guys got to communicate with us. Let's get some feedback from y'all. We want to hear what y'all want to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's not just our opinions. You know, we need the love from the fans, too. Show us some love, man. Come on.
Definitely. Like you said, go ahead and you can leave a comment here in the chat on YouTube or here on Twitch. We are live on both platforms, so go ahead and give us a shout out. Or you can go ahead and tune in or call in for a request, or to go ahead and share your favorite between MK and Tekken at 313-288-5070. With that being said, hold on, let me see what we got going on here. Our Chi-Town mix is next.
Shout out Chicago and all the artists out there.
Definitely. So shout out to the Southside Chicago. Next we got Swan Solo, and this is I Do What I Want from Southside Chicago.
Yeah. Swan Solo. Southside Chicago. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want. Haters be hating, I know what they own. Never lay back with my hand on my chrome. Ain't fucking with you, but I'm holding my own. Ready is on like Donkey Kong. We flexing, we strong, we getting that dope. Selling the kush away from the cops, no worries, we in the zone. We hella blowing that smoke, they make you choke. Never go broke, 100% or nothing at all. We make it rain, we make it snow. Me and the homies ain't fucking with y'all, so act like you know. We getting that money, blunt in my hand, I take a toke. The money's all I know. I'm selling that cushion, traffic that coke in real time before I go home. Before my cover gets blown in South Chicago, anything goes. I'm out here, I'm gone, I'm high on that kush. Always lit, I'm always on the windy cities where I'm from. I'm Michael Jordan, fuck LeBron. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I'm getting money, making it drop. Driving away from the cops. I'm staying on top and I ain't gonna stop. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money, I do what I want. I'm flipping them all. They acting too tough, they're running their mouths. They talk to the cops, they tricking off. This is getting rough. Despise a trap, I'm holding a pulse. I'm paying the cost on solo, of course. I'm up with the most, I'm painting the time with a couple of hoes. Everyone knows I'm lit, I'm having fun. I'm getting drunk, I'm sniffing coke. I'm praying to never go broke. This South Chicago, this ain't no lie, this ain't no joke. I'm ready to ride, ready to go. With no second thoughts, I'm in the zone. My mind is blown. South Chicago, forever my home. Drugs, money and power, mucho dinero. Me and the homies in this together. Forever we grinding, forever we getting that paper. Forever we rising, it's hypnotizing the hate. It's starting to realize. The more you see me, the more you like it. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre. I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre. I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own.
That was Swan Solo with I Do What I Want. Shout out to Southside Chicago. We're going to go ahead and continue off here in Chicago with the the Chi-Town mix. This is El Bulldog Duran featuring El Sanoer. This is Karma.
Acciones causan diferencias. Las acciones son tus pertenencias. No hay diferencia sin escapar de consecuencias sobre las acciones. No hay. No hay.
No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. He pagado lo que he hecho, me has herido hasta el fondo de mi pecho. Aunque diario ganas le echo, he aprendido a vivir sin despecho. Es mi única ilusión que ella vuelva a dormir en mi pecho. Pero qué más se le hace, tengo que seguir en avance. Demostrarlo cabrón, aunque no fui bueno en clase. Pero pongo un ella en la base, a varios el culo se les deshace. Cuando el perro empieza en enlace, dicen bulldog no la hacen. No trae barras, no trae frases, no entra en fase. Como diría mi homie Camacho, pues véngase mi parce. Hey, hey, no quiero ser chingón, solo quiero ser cabrón. Me he fortalecido con cada tropezón que la vida me dejó. Rodeado de tanto pendejo que se dice ser amigo y te da el bajón. Otros presumiendo la cura los cacha y uno es el rajón, por favor. Maldita karma, compra un ticket a la chingada. Me cansé de tanta mamada. No hay lana, no hay cama, no hay dama, no hay calma. Menos amigos, más enemigos. Más desamor, pues el corazón se desabrigo. Date cuenta, ya no quiero estar más contigo. Karma, aléjate de mi camino. Te aferras a abrazarme, no me dejas levantarme. Tanta shit, no puedo concentrarme. Has de querer de un puente unas vías aventarme. En verdad, si mi vida es un sueño en realidad, ja. Si mi vida es un sueño en realidad, hey. Si mi vida es un sueño en realidad, ja. No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. No tengo lana, no tengo cama, no tengo dama, no tengo calma. Se me hace que es mujer este maldito karma. Le gusta estar a mi lado, de mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma. De mí no se ha alejado, maldita karma.
De decir si mi trabajo está bien o está mal hecho. De hecho, los hechos lo demuestran. La flecha está en tu pecho, el gancho en tu costado. Cada letra que he grabado a mi garganta le ha costado. Y que les falta para criticarme. tardes y cada verso que yo he escrito ha sido para levantarme. Con rimas de la fina que lleva mi firma, MC de plastilina, el sano te denomina pirómano que te quema, que de más de lo que espero en este tema. Sí. Date cuenta que prefiero una dama que me quiera por mi gorda silueta que por lo gordo de mi cuenta. Vuelta da el destino, la bala que disparas la toparás en tu camino. Si no estás preparado, no podrás esquivarla. El karma es una dama cargando puras dagas que regresan como un boomerang. Vayas donde vayas, siempre te alcanzarán, pero debes entender que los malos momentos siempre te harán crecer. A veces ganas algo cuando aprendes a perder, a no ser un ser. No, abre los ojos bien, nunca falta quien te apunte con su dedo. Puedo fundirme con la base, nunca falta un imbécil creyéndose un gigante. Cuando el karma te alcance, solo calle y aguante, que todo es temporal. Puede ser un Messi y fallar el penal. Ya, es el Sanoer y el Bulldog moviendo los hilos de esta instrumental, tan solo con esta cuerda vocal.
And that was Bulldog Duran featuring El Sanoer with Karma. This is Ex Soto featuring the legendary Twista with Gunplay.
Me cogneto, me presento, soy el epicentro de ralos infecto. A los que los detecto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano, bien cargado con los tiros avinados. Yo aquí te desarmo. Como la ve, mira lo que te digo, porque sabes que yo tengo un nivel. Ja, yo le tomo las capturas, ya sintieron mi tortura dura. Ustedes no están a mi altura, para mí ya son basura. Ya sentiste mis locuras, por tu madre hasta lo juras. Para mí eres como Judas, te juro que me la sudas. Mexicano 100%, lo digo, lo represento. Entendiste mi concepto, controlo mi cuadra. Son la cara, la bala se te dispara. Represento el habla hispana, nadie me regaña, me reclama. Yo desgarro hasta tu alma, mejor tómalo con calma. Ya empezó mi travesía, no soy de los de la CIA. Hago que suban las manos como si yo fuera policía. Ella estoy sentado en mi silla con la vereta en la orilla. Ando con pura morrilla, cultivando la semilla. Lo que cosechas cultivas, pegándole, porque todo lo que te digo es para que te pongas muy bien. Te tiro de tiro, yo termino, tu respiro determino. Quedaron arrepentidos, paro tus latidos, corazón partido, ido de la mente. Soy consciente con AK-47, todo es diferente. Me meto en tu lente, soy consciente, vivo del presente. No tengo ningún pendiente, yo aquí soy muy eficiente. Pero que fue, con el estilo no te contradigo y es para que te pongas normal. Yo voy a ganar, billetes contar, no me van a pagar, siempre voy a triunfar. Seremos eternos como los tres mosqueteros. Dejo tu cara cortada como Tony Montana. La sangre aquí se derrama, llámale a tu mamá. No me gusta el drama, 8 tiros en tu cara y nadie me reclama. Me presento, soy el epicentro de ralos infecto. A los que los detecto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano, bien cargado con los tiros avinados. Yo aquí te desarmo.
I be the one to be coming up in it, whatever the rhythm I do. Anybody but able to get it whenever the money get put in my hand. Get in my animal, kind of but when it be up on the enemy element, I'm an immediate threat. Be never the one to be about it ran. Calling me the malevolent one to be giving the bottle of liquor to get him intoxicated. Whenever I rock, they're ready for me to get on. It was inevitable to be doing a better, remember to get him into it. And when I be doing it, I'm on a regular, I wanna go in the zone. Look at the heart, look at the pain when I be doing the style. Look at the work, look at the rain, I be on top of the pile. I'm in the middle of going through hate, don't wanna suffer the fate. Some of the people I know cause confusion to bring you down. When I chop, I'm a propeller, you should really regret. When I spit it, acapella, I'm an immediate threat. Never compatible with a believer that he can't do it. I'm fluent and confident, I'm the shit and I'll be the best. Anything you can do, I can do. It's the attitude that you wanna have when you gotta do what you gotta do. Because they pay me for the style I do is the reason I was able to go to a Mercedes from a Malibu. Cover the bottom and give it a bottom me to anybody in my vicinity. That's why I be on top of my game. In the rage on the stage, if I ain't at the range. No play with the gun, play when I'm popping that thing.
Me cogneto, me presento, soy el epicentro de ralos infecto. A los que los detecto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano, bien cargado con los tiros avinados. Yo aquí te desarmo.
That was Ex Soto featuring Twista with Gunplay. Shout out to Southside Chicago and all my Chi-Town artists for tapping in with us over on Urban Rhythm, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio here, based out of Detroit. We're going to take a little break here and talk a little bit about how you guys could go ahead and submit your music and submit your promotional items for your small business. We go ahead and we're going to talk about a little bit about how you can contact us, get into contact with us, and how you can submit your music so that way you can get some airplay here every week on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio.
Yes,
you could go ahead and send all of your promotional items, and for all of my artists out there that want to participate in the streams and in the airplay, you can go ahead and send all of your promotional items and your music over to 31.3 urbanrhythm@gmail.com. And if you guys are here on the stream following from a link that was actually shared from one of your friends, you can go ahead and head over onto Twitch or onto YouTube if you have an account for both or just one, and give us a follow, like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Go ahead and let us know what you want to hear on the station. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And like I said, for all of my artists and all of my small businesses trying to submit promotional items, you can submit that at 31.3 urbanrhythm@gmail.com. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the next mix. This next mix is called the Southwest Mix, and we're going to start it off with the Southwest Mexican himself, Sombra, and this is Bucana.
How he always says, shout out to all the Anas that made this happen.
Stop playing with these niggas. Eternal.
Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana. No quiero la fama, no más la lana. You buy views, me dijo tu hermana. You can't be me, te está saliendo canas. I be chillin', man, drinking una caguama. Tú me vistes hace unas semanas. Te tiré barrio y tú no hiciste nada. Tenían miedo, lo miré en tu mirada. A mí me gustan las mujeres casadas. Soy mexicano que le gustan los corridos. Muchos me quieren tumbar, pero aquí sigo. Como Prophet sofocado en lo mío. Ustedes no ganan porque son muy creídos. Hay muchos vatos que ya han caído. Si no conocen, no abren de lo que pido. En mi vida soy el único que decido. Hablan mucho, pero no saben que he vivido. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana. No viro mis raíces, soy vaquero. No soy como otros, no presumo de dinero. Tengo amigos que te mandan derecho hacia el cielo. Vatos de calle como Eri, somos unos guerreros. Que toquen esa canción, neves de enero. Rezo a mis ajuditas, es siempre lo primero. Para que cuide a la gente que yo más quiero. No te olvides, culero, yo soy el mero mero. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana. Traigo botas y tejanas como ranas. Saben dónde vivo si me traen ganas. No te confío si tú te llamas Ana. Fuck the Henny si me traen una bucana.
And that was the Southwest Mexican himself, Sombra, with Bucana. We're going to go ahead and slide over to the Gutter Boys, and this is The Other Side. Doo-doo-doo.
Stop playing with these niggas.
I had a couple boys that was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it was time to slide, but now I'm plotting on their homicide. I had a couple boys that was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it was time to slide, but now I'm plotting on their homicide.
Had some boys switch up, but they ain't changed me, they was day ones. That's when strange G niggas sold me out. That's what fazed me, now I'm riding with a mask like I'm crazy. Always gotta keep a tool in case I see him. I tell you right now, shit, I wouldn't want to be him. I just dropped 30 shots in that nigga fucking beamer. Kidnapped his baby mama, then I blew it with my Nina. Niggas know the rules that come with the shit. If you switch up, they pop you and your bitch. Can't leave a witness, everybody get hit. So don't act surprised when the block get ripped. Playing in the murder man, shit's a dirty game. You get your wings split if you wear the right frames. Better keep a stick, cause we stay blowing things. And when I die, pussy, the world go know my name.
I had a couple boys that was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it
to slide. But now I'm plotting on their homicide. I had a couple boys that was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it was time to slide, but now I'm plotting on their homicide.
I ain't even mad that niggas changed on me. I'm just mad that niggas lied up out hating on me. Kept it real, always had a little change on me. Ain't shit new, I'm still riding with that thing on me. Shit real in these streets, but they don't understand. You can get your life took for a couple bands. I ain't a bitch, I'll never bow down to another man. I can get you gone and I won't even spend a rubber band. Too many haters, too many fakers. Jealous motherfuckers that'll take it for your paper. When you down, ain't nobody wanna save you. But when you up and you got money, they gon' take it. Fuck that, I peeped the snake, so I burn them. Now I gotta watch my back, keep a hold of this burner. I ain't tripping, you can still catch me up on burner. But best believe that I'm plotting on your murder.
That was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it was time to slide, but now I'm plotting on their homicide. I had a couple boys that was down the ride, but they was playing for the other side. I used to call them up when it was time to slide, but now I'm plotting on their homicide.
That was the Gutter Boys with The Other Side. We're going to go ahead and start off with another Southwest artist. This is Pablo Pleasure with Far From Home.
My man.
They don't wanna let me eat. Yeah, I do it for my mama, do it for the team. They don't wanna see me grow. Swear to God, they gon' hate it when they see me blow. They be speaking on my name. Can you imagine what they saying when I run the game? Had to do it on my own. Don't get me started on the people who left me alone. Make it to the top, can't no motherfucker stop me. I'ma fuck around and turn this bitch into a swap meet. Them cholos gon' be dancing around through the whole lobby. Name a motherfucker doing this, that is not me. I'ma fuck around and spend a check on the promo, just to show them all that I got hits by the boatload. On every beat I go dumb, I go loco. Whenever shit on fans, I'll get mad at the photo. Had to do it on my own, I won't spend a bit on features. At 40 cal, gon' make them dance like Selena. You the type to run out on the click when we bleeding. I'ma rep the set until my lungs stop breathing. Like Polo G and TJ, watch the whole gang pop out. Let me catch that boy and I'ma knock a fucking op out. Drake said it first, this is fame, this is not clout. I'm the realest, you can tell by the shit I'm talking about. Bitch into a party, hit my motherfucking two-step. Shout out to the real ones, up, down, and Screwston. I'm the one that got the OGs like, where have you been? But all I got is family, fuck you and your two friends. I'm about my beef like some motherfucking tacos. I'ma hit the street and I'ma mob with my vatos. Yeah, I'm a dog, so all I chase is gatos. See it's in the pic, she say cheese and she nachos. Me valen los demás, homie, a mí me vale verga. Somos de calle aquí tumbando puertas. Un pinche Grammy es solo lo que quiero. Antes que me maten y antes que me muera. They don't wanna let me eat. Yeah, I do it for my mama, do it for the team. They don't wanna see me grow. Swear to God, they gon' hate it when they see me blow. They be speaking on my name. Can you imagine what they saying when I run the game? Had to do it on my own. Don't get me started on the people who left me alone.
That was Pablo Pleasure with Far From Home. We're going to go ahead and take a small break again, and we're going to talk about another segment we like to say, or like to call, Did You See That? And today we're going to go ahead and talk about a little bit. This segment's just about stuff that, you know, kind of just seen passing by, whether on social media, on the news, whether on YouTube, something like that. You know, something to kind of keep everybody informed, something that you were kind of taken back by. So, if you haven't lived under a rock in the last, I don't know how long, everybody knows that the recent new Spider-Man came out. And I would have to say it was, if not the best Spider-Man film that I have ever seen. Like, better than Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one. Like, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. Being able to see what we saw, I'm not sure for the viewers that are listening, the people that are watching. I don't want to kind of spoil anything for you guys because it's only been like less than a week that it's been out. So,
no spoilers.
No spoilers. This is kind of like a no spoiler thing, but this is kind of something to kind of push you out there to go see it because it is that damn good of a movie. The comic book accurate costumes, the callbacks, the paying homage to prior films, seeing Jameson back again, seeing J. Jonah Jameson, that's what his name is, sorry. And Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina. Willem Dafoe he literally stole the show. I think
he was a man,
yeah,
for sure.
He definitely stole the show. I definitely recommend that you guys go out and see this movie. I don't think it's gonna hit streaming platforms, and if it does, it's not gonna hit Disney for sure. So go out there, spend your money. It's definitely worth it. I definitely recommend it. Everybody here at the studio has seen it, and it's been like a topic of ours that we've been talking about since even in our group chat. It's literally meme after meme of Spider-Man No Way Home memes. So, like I said, go out, check it out. Definitely recommend you guys spending the money watching it. You will not be disappointed. You honestly might just cry.
I almost did. Possibly movie of the year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like one of the very last movies to be released this year, and it's definitely one of the...
Number one, it got to get shot up there. Top 3 for sure.
Well,
Best
I know
movies of this year.
I know for a fact that it beat Endgame, Avengers Endgame, in I want to say audio reaction, and as far as ticket reactions too, like ticket sales. They domestically here they made more than any other Marvel movie ever put out. So it's honestly you will not be disappointed. It's a beautifully put together movie.
It's an emotional roller coaster. You gotta mentally prepare yourself. You gotta have all the snacks. You gotta have all the drinks. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be sitting there like, oh man, this is getting good. Start sweating. Just make sure you're prepared. This movie is the one, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tom Holland did an amazing job. Zendaya did an awesome job as MJ. Like I said, the villains returning: Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx. Tom Hardy actually made a small little cameo too. I kind of spoiled that. Oh, what a dick.
You're fired.
Well, anyways, Venom's been out for a while, so everybody knows what happens at the end of Venom. He gets thrown into the MCU, so expect a little cameo from him. I already ruined it, but yeah, expect something from him. He's gonna be somewhere squished in between, or somewhere squished in there between the movie or whatever. Definitely recommend staying after for Marvel does their post-credit scene, so
stay for the credits.
Yeah, the post-credit scene. There's actually 2. There's a mid-credit scene, and then there's the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene is actually the trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It was the trailer right after.
I don't think I stayed for both of them. I think I only stayed for one.
The first one, yeah. No, but they released the trailer today for Multiverse of Madness, so you can go on Marvel or I believe IGN posted it.
I seen a picture of that, and it was crazy. As last night I was watching Doctor Strange the movie. And, I'm kind of slow on a lot of the Marvel movies and, Avengers and Endgame, all that. I'm missing a lot.
Yeah.
So I've been catching up little by little here and there, and I'm like 80%, 95% there, but it threw me off. There's a lot of smaller roles that people play that help make the movie that you really don't notice, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This guy was in this movie, and now he's in here, and now it makes sense. Like, you literally have to watch all the movies. You can't just be like, oh, the new Spider-Man's out, let me watch it, and you've never seen any of the other Spider-Mans. You won't know nothing. You won't catch the little Easter eggs, the little hints, and the little, the little add-ons that they get in there, because I was astonished. I'm going home, and I'm still tearing up Disney Plus. I'm trying to find anything and everything I haven't watched, and I've watched a lot of them already, but, it's starting to really make sense, and whether it doesn't matter, it's kind of like Star Wars. No matter what order you go in, it'll eventually all make sense one way or another until you find the correct order, if there is a correct order.
Yeah, because you can watch 4, 5, and 6 and then turn around and watch 1, 2, and 3 and be like, oh, so that's why Vader's the way he is. You know what I mean? So it's literally almost the same thing, but you have to watch them chronologically. Like, you have to watch them in order. Like,
maybe not all the Spider-Mans, or maybe all the Spider-Mans, but like you gotta watch the prequels, like the Thor to the Avengers. That made a big difference. Black Panther to Captain America. It's crazy how they get brought in, and the real what do you say, the line, I would say, the main
cast.
Yeah, well, like how you say they like scripted and stick to like the cartoons and the comics, so,
like comic book
like
accurate.
They stay to the true story or the base of it, and then it'll all unfold. And it's crazy to see the multi-universe, and just to see that all the superheroes are starting to get their credit. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to see people like Thor, the Flash, who was it? Electro came out. There's so many people coming out. Venom, Carnage, everybody. There's so many movies that you just
that movie was
they're
amazing.
gonna never end. Marvel's got their hands worked up for the next 50, 60 years.
And that's funny because me and my wife just got on this subject today, because she's like, okay, so now they're working up towards Kang the Conqueror. He's the next big bad in the MCU. Excuse me. She's like, after all this, after the next 10 years, what are they going to do? I'm like, there's so much they could look at.
They got content for years.
Yeah, like,
literally, like our kids are still going to be watching.
Definitely,
catching up,
definitely. Like, my kids will be my age by the time they're just running out of ideas. Like,
and then who knows how long or what has stemmed off of that since then.
Right.
The universe is so big and crazy, and if they just want to keep going to the original thing and keep it comic book accurate, or they could just go on and
create
go crazy
their own stories. Yeah, definitely. That's like we were talking about it earlier, and that's what I was telling her. I was like, there's so much. There's the Young Avengers, there's the Dark Avengers, there's so much that they can venture off with right now. Like, I love the fact that they're if you've watched the series What If on Disney Plus, there's an evil Doctor Strange that consumes monsters and tries to become all powerful and stops a cemented point in his life that's like, it's a point in time that cannot be changed. It's cemented, and he's going about everything in his power to learn every which power to kind of change that. It's when his girlfriend dies.
Overthrow one of his spells.
And he ends up going crazy and going mad with all this power, and he becomes evil Strange, like an evil Doctor Strange, and he gets locked into his own little time bubble or whatever. Well, I love the fact that now the MCU is starting to bring those multiverse characters out from just cartoons, because now it's not just regular Doctor Strange. We have an evil Doctor Strange too. And then here comes Wanda from, after WandaVision happens. We haven't seen what's going on with the new Cap and Falcon, and with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We haven't seen anything what's going on with them yet. Tonight,
Black Widow got her sister to come.
Yeah,
out.
tonight is the finale for Hawkeye.
Yep.
So as soon as I'm done with this, that's the first thing I'm doing. As soon as I'm done with this, because
I'm out of here and I'm clicking on the clicker.
Last week we had a reveal for Kingpin.
Okay.
And Vincent D'Onofrio, I can never say his last name. D'Onofrio, I think that's how you say it. He's reprising his role as Kingpin. Okay. And if anybody knows, Charlie Cox is reprising his role as the Daredevil. I can't give too much more details of when he's going to come out, but let's just say that you need to make sure that you get to a theater as soon as possible. That's all I'm going to say. Definitely want you guys to go out and see No Way Home. It's a good movie. I'm going to rate it 12 out of 10, definitely.
I'm going to rate it 100 out of 100 out of a 10. That was amazing. I literally almost shed a tear, started to get a little hot. My girlfriend's looking at me to see if I'm crying. I'm like, I'm not crying. I'm sitting there eating popcorn. It was amazing.
So what about you, Manny? What did you see that you kind of wanted to share with us?
I don't know if any of you guys have been downtown recently, but a little past the Hard Rock Cafe, they're opening. I believe it's already open. If it's not, don't come shoot me. It's the new drive-in theater. It's powered by Imagine. It's on 32 Monroe Street. It's literally a few businesses down, if not right across the street from the Hard Rock Cafe, where the big KAWS statue is downtown. I'm just surprised that they brought another drive-in to Detroit. I appreciate that they're starting to stick, the classic, people could pull up because, sometimes, especially with COVID and the pandemic going on, you don't want to sit next to somebody or even 6 feet, da-da-da-da-da. But have the comfort of your own home, not your own home, your own car, your own snacks, your own company. You don't got to worry about too much of, the riffraff and finding seats. I know that could be a hassle sometimes, ordering tickets online or them being sold out. There's so much technology these days, but pull up in an old-fashioned, style parking lot and catch the movie on a big screen, have the mic or the radio or sound box in your window and you're just chilling, It's definitely a different vibe. People appreciate it differently. I don't know. I just like it. If you guys have ever been to the one on Ford in Wyoming, it's amazing. I've been going there since I was a kid. It's dope. To have another one, especially in downtown, I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know how late it stays.
From what I see here, it says the parking lot includes up to 62 vehicle spaces, 26 outdoor seats, and in combination with 2 to 4 seater pods. So obviously, if you're trying to do the social distancing thing like we're supposed to be doing, you can get into the pods. Tickets also will cost $20 a vehicle and can be reserved online at DetroitDriveIn.com.
That's dope. They're charging by the vehicle instead of the person.
Yes, I like that.
That's sweet. So you can pack the whole family up. You ain't got to worry about stuffing nobody in the trunk no more, man.
If you're Latino, then you know how that is. You know exactly how that is. You can fit.
Get all the hot and ready.
Yep,
get all
you
the
can fit
candies.
8 family members into a little Nissan Sentra.
If you're uncomfortable, hey, you guys are all watching the movie at the same time. Ain't nobody being left out. So load up all the cousins, load up all the friends, all the homies. Everybody get they party favors, their little necessities for movies, their special drinks, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Go out there. Check them out. It's on 32 Monroe Street, right across the street from the Hard Rock Cafe. That's what I have to say is...
Did you see that?
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to have to check that out, take the kids out, because now that I see it's $20 a car, definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Get you some pillows, chill, relax. I'm going to have to check it out. I wasn't sure if it was open or not, but I had seen that they were in the building process, and I thought that was pretty dope.
So, yeah, definitely. If you guys are looking to go ahead and take a significant other out or take the family out, go ahead and check out the drive-in downtown. Like I said, it's got a bunch of space for a bunch of vehicles, some outdoor seating, and 2 to 4 seater pods. Tickets are $20 a car, and they can be reserved online at DetroitDriveIn.com, or you can pay for them at the drive-in the night of the show. With that being said, let's move back into our Latin mix, and we're going to start it off with Danny S. featuring Victorino and Dre Mael, and this is Te Canela, the remix.
Danny S, baby. Victorino, yeah. Dre, the remix. Tú eres mi templo, tú eres la ternura, la que me calma cuando la calle es dura, la esperanza que todo es mejor que ayer, la baby que en la noche eriza mi piel y conmigo todo el tiempo. No sé dudar lo que siento. Mi té canela en el invierno. Solo me siento tranquilo al estar junto a ti. Cuando la vida es dura y pierdo la cordura, tú estás para mí. No tengas miedo, my baby, tú eres my lady, te quiero así. Yeah, tú estás para mí y yo para ti.
One time for the one time, swear that you the truth and baby that's no lie. I'ma always be there by your side. When my heart's in the dark, you're my starlight, oh. In a world so cold, when they never show love, you would keep it 100 and you never fold up. You the coldest in the room, probably why I'm froze up. She like TLC, she don't want no scrubs. I learned to read the vibe and we get it. Pressures of the world always got me on a pivot, but you making me feel like forever in a minute. I get a glimpse of heaven and I feel it in my spirit, yeah.
Cause when you're lonely, I'm the one that you call. About to make moves, need a U-Haul. Let you take my box, girl, you ball. Juntos siempre la pasamos brutal. Te de canela en el invierno. Le dije a tu pai que yo quiero ser su yerno. Todos los días levantarte con besos. Mami, suscríbeme pa' eso. Y un cafecito te expreso lo que siento. De tu mirada soy fan, yo no te miento. Vente conmigo, nuestro amor es eterno. Vente conmigo, vivamos el momento. Solo me siento tranquilo al estar junto a ti. Cuando la vida es dura y pierdo la cordura, tú estás para mí.
No tengas miedo más, baby, tú eres más lady, te quiero así. Yeah, tú estás para mí y yo para ti. Yeah. Solo me siento tranquilo al estar junto a ti. Cuando la vida es dura y pierdo la cordura, tú estás para mí. No tengas miedo más, baby, tú eres más lady, te quiero así. Yeah, tú estás para mí y yo para ti.
That was Danny S. with De Canela. We're going to go ahead and continue on with Roxy Santi, and this is La Zona.
Estoy en la zona, ya yo me siento bien. Ando así cala, fresh y ready pa' prender. Par de botellas en el club, pa' la hater pisando. Mi combo está volando sin estar en un avión. Y estamos bien loca en el
Yeah.
Estoy en la zona, ya yo me siento bien. Ando así cala, fresh y ready pa' prender. Par de botellas en el club, pa' la hater pisando. Mi combo está volando sin estar en un avión. Y estamos bien loca en el party, prendemos. Par de libre mari, aquí hay mali, después tenis. Cuando salgamos de aquí, la próxima semana volvemos a repetir. Pa'l carajo la maldad, que se joda la envidia. Aquí estamos borrachos y no me importa nada. Hablando de los demás, eso no es felicidad. Yo sigo en la mía y forever voy a pichar. La bartender que está buena, trayendo la botella. La nota que yo tengo me tiene viendo estrella. De bruda de ese shot, prendo otro blon. Esos tragos no se mezclan y se sienten bien cabrón. Esa noche, baby, te gané par de besos. Y yo me dejé. No fue que te piché cuando tú me escribiste, baby, yo no me acordé. Y estamos bien loca en el party, prendemos. Par de libre mari, aquí hay mali, después tenis. Cuando salgamos de aquí, la próxima semana volvemos a repetir. Y estamos bien loca en el party, prendemos. Par de libre mari, aquí hay mali, después tenis. Cuando salgamos de aquí, la próxima semana volvemos a repetir. Dime, baby, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Tu signo zodiaco, yo quiero saber. Si par de blones tú vas a aprender. Si me pongo bien psycho, tú me vas a querer, Estoy bien borracha, me pongo imprudente. El bucana, yo no tengo amiga, yo tengo hermana. Tú sabes que los baby a mí me aman. Le da like a mi video de mis nalgas, que le mandé fotos sin emoji en la cara. Tú sabes que soy cara, nada a mí me para. Yo no soy Mozart, pero soy la para. Vamos, bien loca en el party, prendemos. Par de libre mari, aquí hay mali, después tenis. Cuando salgamos de aquí, la próxima semana volvemos a repetir. Y estamos bien loca en el party, prendemos. Par de libre mari, aquí hay mali, después tenis. Cuando salgamos de aquí, la próxima semana volvemos a repetir. Yeah, it's the real one and only mermaid, Roxy Santi.
That was Roxy Santi with La Zona. And we're going to go ahead and continue on with the Latin mix. This is Oxys with Pati.
Bebé, me tienes loco por probar. Lejos de aquí yo te voy a llevar, yeah. Olvida todo lo que vayan a hablar. La gente siempre van a comentar, yeah. Pero eso no te debe de parar. Bebé, tan solo déjate llevar. Oh yeah, yeah. Y ya tú lo verás, que baby no soy como los demás. Tan solo dime si tú eres capaz de dejar todo atrás. No sé, bebé, tú eres la que sabrás. Si olvidar el pasado tú podrás. Es que baby quiero hacerte sentir como nunca te han hecho sentir. Yo sé que te hicieron daño, baby. Conmigo no te vas a arrepentir. Hoy contigo me voy. Hoy no importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Hoy tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Bebé, tú eres mía y eso ya lo sabes. Pégate a mi piel que ya tú me tienes grave. De tu corazón yo quiero tener la llave. Entrégate, baby, antes que el mundo se acabe. Tú sabes que yo nací para ti y yo sé que tú naciste para mí. Si me sigues yo te voy a seguir y tu fantasía voy a cumplir. Yeah, que te tengo ganas desde hace meses. Ven, pégate a mi piel que quiero que me beses. Que te arrodilles pero no es pa' que tú reces. Quitándote la ropa yo sé que te enloquece. Quiero meterte como Cristiano mete un gol. Chingándote en mi cama haciendo el amor. Pa' fumar, baby, yo tengo cada sabor. Y pa'l bobo que te ronque yo tengo un tambor. Me voy hoy. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Hoy tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. Voy hoy. No importa lo que pase, pa' ti es que yo soy. Hoy contigo me voy. Hoy tú sabes que eres mía y sabes lo que doy. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Apocalipsis, dímelo magic. Dímelo magic. Yeah, 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 yeah. Apocalipsis, el de la letra.
That was Oxys with Pati. And if you guys have been tuning in with us tonight, I appreciate everybody tapping in to 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio tonight with me, SwZee, your host, aka Tempo Beats, tonight's host and DJ, and side by side with my creative director, Manny Banks. We appreciate everybody tapping in with us. Thank you, everyone that's commented, that's left us a happy holidays comment. Shout out to T-Taj. Shout out to our host, RockyRoad313. Shout out to Brian's Renta Audio and Grupo Contagio. Shout out to the Legal Aliens podcast.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving us a shout out on your guys' episodes. We are deeply appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Like I said, this is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. My name is SwZee, aka Tempo Beats, alongside Manny Banks, the creative director. This was tonight's show. Go ahead and tune back in tomorrow night, 5:30 to 7:30. We're gonna go ahead and end off the stream with another Southwest artist. Two Southwest artists. The Southwest Mexican himself, y el patrón, el don, Young Prophet. This is No Me Importa.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Young Prophet, DBR Entertainment. Here with my motherfucking boy Sombra. Ya se la saben.
What up, Young Prophet? We're back at it with this shit. Vinimos con todo, cabrones.
Southwest Eternal.
ese vato. Andan en finanza, uno más andan rapeando. Movidas en silencio, no más andan escuchando. Todo lo que tengo con sudor me lo he ganado. Soy el ganador, dígame Canelo. Se pasan de lanza, amanecen en el suelo. En esta vida lo que el código es respeto. Shout out to my raza, moviendo el movimiento. El mic mi desahogo, estudio es mi templo. Sabes mexicanos, DBR venimos recio. Nacido en Detroit con raíces de Jalisco. Cuando yo nací, compa, ya estaba escrito. Si quieres de desmadre, hay que chingarle para obtener lo que nunca has tenido. Por eso ando firme con todos los míos. Ustedes atenidos no han volado el nido. A mí no me importa lo que hable. Ando con vatos que les gusta el desmadre. Dicen que me buscan.
Kyle.
Yo no tengo miedo, vengo de las calles. A mí no me importa lo que hable. Ando con vatos que les gusta el desmadre. Dicen que me buscan.
Kyle.
Yo no tengo miedo, vengo de las calles.
Vinimos con todo, no entiendo a estos morros. Piensan que estamos solos, la raza es el apoyo. Te dejamos en el hoyo, homie, so ¿cuál es tu rollo? Un saludo, apoyo, aquí estamos con todo. Ando con el prophet, es mejor que no te pases. Te daremos unas clases para que tú no la cagues. Dile tu compa rapero que yo soy el mero. Tú pa' mí eres un cero, y sí, soy un culero. Nadie me pelaba a mí, por eso ando aquí. Mi tiempo está aquí, you know I'm murdered and beast. La vendera next to me, but haters all I see. Nadie me conoce a mí, pero no va a ser así. Quieren la fama, pero nomás andan con drama. Ando con gente mala, homie, you don't want no problems. Ustedes no tienen cara, you know I put that on my mama. No, ando con mamadas, take your ruca to the cama.
A mí no me importa lo que hable. Ando con vatos que les gusta el desmadre. Dicen que me buscan.